I think the type of associate that's needed for a program like the program that Trent offers is somebody who has that empathy and that capacity for sharing and the time for sharing as well too, in order to assist the student teacher in making sure that they experience a successful practicum.
You have to be sure of what works for you and what has been working for you, but still be open-minded to the talents and the skills and the experiences that the teacher candidate can bring. And I think you can't be too precious about what you're doing, right? You have to be willing to go with the flow a little bit and improvise and be okay with it if a lesson fails or doesn't go so well, because we've all had those lessons that really didn't go so well, and to be willing to let the teacher candidate go through that process as well.
You need to be willing to learn from your teacher candidate. It's not just about modeling and being the perfect teacher. It's about being willing to sort of go on a learning journey with the teacher candidate and being willing to have questions asked that you might not know the answers to, but that can generate a lot of good discussion.
I think the strongest thing that I find with the associate teachers and those that are most engaged in the process are the teachers who have really good classroom management. And then on top of that, the great pedagogical teaching and learning skills.
I think you just need to be flexible too. Like, I think some teachers, if they want to have a very firm hand on what's going on in their classroom, that's not going to work. You have to be able to be willing to let your students go through new experiences and be willing to observe and see how they react to them.
Being able to provide that support a lot of the time, of course, professional support in terms of resources, in terms of new or sort of pedagogy ideas, but also the emotional support, because it's a very stressful time for teacher candidates.
We were all teacher candidates too, right? And I would think, I see mine often from time to time, and I appreciated his honesty more than anything. And it might have stung at times, but it made me the teacher I am. It was better than the teachers that just gave me great ratings when there were probably things I could have improved on.
Are those people who are at the forefront of their teaching. There are people who are flexible. There are people who believe that this is a hugely important job to help our newer teacher develop.
And you have to be willing to learn yourself. I mean, just because I left Teachers College and just because I know a lot about math doesn't mean that I know everything about teaching.
To be a good associate teacher, I think you have to go in with an open mind. And I think if we even step back, what's the purpose why we wanted to get into teaching in the first place? And it's because we want to help others.
You have to be a person that is dedicated to the profession, first of all, because you are teaching a profession that goes beyond the call of duty. There is no money that can pay for this, for the things that you have to put into, because you are dealing with the best part of our society, with children. So you need passion to teach people to be passionate about teaching.